Good morning, this is Wayne Blau with another smart profit maximizing moment. Wall Street Journal put out an article, I'm not really sure of the date to be honest about it because I can't read it on this copy I made, in the last couple days. It studied, really was the first, their study was really the first estimates of the early stage effects of COVID-19 on small business owner. And this is by Robert Fairley, an economist at the University of California, Santa Cruz. Overall, he finds the number of working business owners plummeted from 15 million in February 2020 to 11.7 million in April of 2020. It's a drop of 3.3 million people, or 22% of small businesses. Look, we've never gone through this, ever, as a country. As he writes, the shock is unprecedented. No other 1, 2, or even 12-month window of time has ever shown such a large change in business activity, Mr. Ferry says. For comparison, from the start to the end of the Great Recession, we're talking about the 20s, okay? The number of business owners decreased by 730,000, which at that time represented only a 5% reduction. Judging by the number of active small businesses, the COVID lockdown was the equivalent in only weeks of 4 Great Recessions. He goes on to say no group was immune to the negative impacts of social distancing policy, mandates, and demand shifts, but the damage wasn't spread evenly. And that's where he gets it. It's interesting to see, and I'll scan these in sometime today. I got appointments, so I won't get to it till later this afternoon. But 41% of black business owners disappeared, 32% of Latinos, immigrants, 36% of those, and women, 25%. So, I mean, it hit the minorities and women the hardest. This, sadly, I mean, whether you're into the politics or not, I'm going to tell you, it's the first time in human written history that the healthy were quarantined during a plague. So I'm not sure. I mean, I don't even want to go into the politics of it, to be honest about it. But I've never been convinced that this was a good idea to shut down. Okay, fine, 2 weeks at the beginning when we didn't know exactly what was going on, but some of these states are running it so long. And they're not playing politics and not taking into account the life, what this does to people. I mean, at the end of the day, what this does to people who had these businesses. And let's be honest, how many businesses did they say dropped? That's a drop of 3.3 million. Let's say that's the owner. And let's just say they average 2 employees each, okay? Add the owner and 2, that's 3. 3 times 3.3 million, I know that's low. I mean, we're looking at roughly 10 million people that lost their jobs, okay? That's why I predicted very early in this thing that we'd get not really a V, but more of a check, and it was going to take some time. It's going to take some time. You have that many people that are going to be semi-permanently unemployed until they can get back up and running or do something else or get a job or work for somebody. So this is not done. This is the preliminary, all right? And it doesn't take into account, my daughter's a nurse, so we've had this argument off and on, it's like people are going to die. I always joke at my age, getting out of bed, I have almost the same risk, but that's not what I meant. What I meant is there's a human cost to this many failed businesses and this much unemployment. Drug abuse, suicide helplines are going through the roof, depression. It's monstrous. We don't know what this is going to be. And I'll be honest with you, this isn't the end. I expect, the federal government pumped a ton of money into the system. Never happened before. We don't know what that's going to do to the economy. One thing I can tell you is we're going to have a double dip. Basically what I mean by that is we're going to have some businesses that opened up thinking they can survive. They're not taking into account that, first of all, a lot of people are unemployed, which makes them change the way they operate. Like I said, they change the way they operate, they change the way they look at things, they don't spend as much, and you're going to have people scared. I mean, I had somebody come in. This is the first time we've come out of our house since this thing started. It was this week. So they've been in their house getting food delivered to them, is what they told me, for 3 months. So people are still scared. So it's going to take a while to come back. So you're going to have some businesses fail. just because they, we've changed the way we've done it. We don't know what this is going to do. So what do you do as a business owner? Well, what you do as a business owner is what happens in every recession. You have to sit down and refuse to participate, basically. If your business survived to reopen, now you have to treat it like every other recession. Attack, get serious about increasing your sales, guarding your cash, and increasing your profits. I'm working on a book, actually writing it right now. I finished recording it. I got somebody transcribing for me. I'll have it out hopefully in the next 60 days, if not sooner, which is the 90-day profit reset, which I'm also going to be doing a coaching session I'm going to start a coaching session in July, which is going to be on the 90-day profit reset. What I'm after is my clients that managed to survive through this. I want to help them go from survival to, basically becoming vital, becoming alive. That's not the word. My mind just escaped the word. But basically, I want them to go from survival to being, I don't know the word I want, where they're no longer in survival mode, but they're actually now viable. There you go. I want from survival to viability to profitability. And that's what I want to help them. And that's why I'm coming out with the books. That's why I'm coming out with the coaching program. But whether you're working with me or somebody else, the thing that you have to take from this, you need to get serious. This is not over. Not by any stretch of the imagination for business owners. This is not over. Until next time, this is Wayne Belial saying, let's make this our most profitable year ever. Thank you very much.